guys, what's happening? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and I'm here with
Dylan.
And welcome to What the F.A.Q. number 4. Quattro. We are here already. 4. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
4 whole weeks in a row.
We thought this show would have been canceled by now. Oh, by our ratings, it's certainly on the cusp. We may not get selected for season 2.
Corporate headquarters is having the rating meeting right now.
Yeah, they're beta testing some shit at like an old movie theater. Yeah, even with free food, nobody
seeing who our
shows
top
up.
demographic is. And
So if you guys are brand new here, we're doing a question and answer show. Every Thursday we will see a new episode, and if you do have questions, just type them down into the comment section, and
on the previous episode.
Yes, previous
Just
episode.
to clarify,
And we'll answer those questions the best we can.
yeah. Or we'll BS our way through it the best we can.
Yeah, or we'll be as full of crap as some of the other YouTube guys.
Yeah.
No, nobody in particular are we pointing at. Just saying. All right, let's get to this.
All right.
Driddle.
The
Drittal.
The driddle.
It's the driddle. Save him with rain. What is more epic, Robert Baker's hair or Ryan Lawley's beard? So for those of you guys that are kind of wondering where this question's coming from, last week on Sunday we had a clinic here at the shop. We had Vola Guitars, and we also had Rev Amplification, and Ryan Lawley from RNA Music, deep in the heart of Texas, came out to visit and help support
Even
us.
brought his beard with him.
He did. I think he had to pay for a second seat.
Yeah. It extends into the other seat.
Right. Just so there's comfortable beard action.
You can also use it as like a neckerchief or whatever he needs.
I would like to see him on a bike, like riding with the
Yeah, with like flowing. Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting sidetracked. Second was Robert Baker was here. He is a
Professional hair model.
yes for Pantene. He was here, guitar player. If you're not familiar with who he is, go check him out at Robert Baker Guitar, I think.
Yeah, I kind of forget that. I just label him Robert Baker, but I think his official channel is Robert Baker Guitar.
Yeah, so go check him out. And he's a killer guitar player and a super cool dude. And I want to thank those guys actually for coming out for the clinic. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, we had it was a really cool time this weekend.
Yeah, people
Very
are
cool.
still talking about it.
Yeah, it's all the buzz in the neighborhood.
Yeah, whole city's a buzz.
Yeah, everybody's a flutter with excitement from the hair and beard show.
Action, yeah.
Hot
hair and beard
yeah.
action.
here on Saturday. So, which did you think was more epic?
Robert's hair is pretty good, but Brian, I got to give Ryan credit on the beard. It's looking pretty good these days.
So you're going beard.
I'm going beard. Well, and I know how hard it is because I can't get this crap even. So
I know.
it's like every YouTube video makes it worse.
2 years I've been giving them shit because one half.
One
is
side's
longer.
curlier, so it just
Just cut it.
Well,
Just level. Put a level on it and just.
I need to get like a level, like a little guy to hold the level though. So
Well, I'm sure we could find somebody.
it's gotta be the right height though, or else I'll be struggling. Like trying to...
Maybe we get Ian from Texas Toast.
Oh yeah.
Because I know he's watching. Because I know he is watching. Ian, you may have to come over here and help Dylan level
out the beard.
I don't know exactly what that entails, but I'm sure it's going to be...
We'll figure it out.
Right, we're going to have some alcohol involved. All right, so for me, I guess I'm going to have to pick Baker's hair. And there's a really good reason that I would go with Baker's hair. It's just,
I don't know what it would be, but yeah.
I'm not sure exactly either, but it's free-flowing, and it was well-groomed.
It's impact preventative.
Right. And so I would say I'm going to go with Baker's hair. So that's a split decision.
Yeah. But Ryan does have like a Texas-sized beard.
Yeah.
And just it's
He
weird
does have
because
a
like
pretty
all the
epic
big
beard,
beard
though.
people we know are Texans.
Yeah. Adam Lamar, he's got wizardly long
Well, he's got
beard.
like the ginger thing kind of going in there too.
Yeah, it's
so
like
it
a
gives
streak.
it, yeah.
So, very cool. All right. Question 2. What percentage of tone is in the fingers?
43.
I was going to say more like 40. No. I would say it's higher than that.
Is it
I'm
as
gonna
high as
say-
your palm to finger ratio?
Right. Please refer to episode 1. I would say it is 67.35%.
Repeating.
Right. Yes. Percentage of tone is in the fingers.
And actually, honestly, accuracy-wise, that's probably true. It seems like, because I mean, some people can sound pretty similar if they're playing the same riff, but there's always that last little bit that makes people different.
Yep. I do believe, though. I mean, everybody likes to have that argument. Tone is in the fingers and all. But listen, man, if you're playing metal, you're getting some tone from someplace else too.
Yeah, that just doesn't magically do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's more technique is in the fingers, and in accuracy, and it's how many hours you put at it. Mm-hmm. You know, because you can. It's your dynamics, essentially. Mm-hmm. You know, so and everybody's unique. It's just like everybody's speech pattern, everybody's voice. You know, everybody's unique in the way they play. So that's why you can tell. I mean, there's some guys that can really mimic well, I think, on guitar, but for the most part.
Well, and there's some guys that, like, no matter what they do, they always sound like them. Yeah. Like, no matter how hard they try to do something else, they always sound like them. So, I mean, I think it's definitely bits of both, but yeah, an exact percentage.
Yeah,
that's too difficult.
67. What I say? 67.3
repeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
I'm just there you go, reference. So.
Randy B. All right.
I wonder if he's related to that weird Chris B guy that keeps coming in.
Yeah, we can't shake that guy.
Yeah.
Even when we close the door. All right, next one from Guys at Texas Toast. Matt, describe some features of your ideal guitar. So we kind of had this question very similar. Matt builds guitars at Texas Toast Guitars, so there you go.
We're just going to slowly spec this out over
time. Right. Well, exactly. So mahogany. So you were talking Explorer.
Yeah. So obviously
mahogany body. Would you do a maple neck or?
That's the tough part. I was thinking about that because can you do like a mahogany neck with a maple fretboard?
That's what we're gonna do for my.
Okay, because I was thinking that might be cool because I don't have anything maple like at all.
Maple fretboard? You want a maple neck and a maple fretboard, or would you do maple neck?
Well, at first I was thinking maybe that, but yeah, I was wondering is like mahogany neck with a maple fretboard, is that a thing? And would it be weird?
It could be a thing.
I don't know. I'm undecided because that's.
I mean, like, I know the other way around. Well, not the other way around, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a maple neck with a
maple board,
or ebony.
Yeah. Well, that was
ebony would be pretty cool though, right? Because that's what I'm going to do on mine.
Well, originally, yeah, I was thinking mahogany neck, ebony board, because that's that'd be more in my comfort zone. But maple would be cool because I don't have anything else that is maple. So, but on an Explorer, I was leaning more towards ebony.
What about pickups?
Yeah, and that's the other like eternal struggle. I've been thinking about the 390, and actually I did come up with a new idea today. I was thinking, what if I got like a really hot P90 in the middle spot? Because I was after talking to them this week, and I was like, the middle pickup thing is going to be an issue for me.
What about a P-rail?
Well, I was thinking about that too.
Because that's like the best of both worlds.
Well, it is, but I was thinking to still do the 390s if I went that route, or maybe 290s and like a humbucker. But if I had the middle one, make it really hot and pull it back so then my pick doesn't hit it.
Kind of like what Baker was doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Except he doesn't use the middle position really.
Yeah, but I'd still have the option of using it, but just kind of compensate for the pickage region.
The pickle area?
Yeah, the pickling.
Just watch out for your pickle area. Features for me, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go too heavy into this because there's just too much stuff. I would say for me, I do like the pickup selector switch on the top.
Yeah, that was the other because I was
like that. Mahogany body's always good. Carina body, like the Reverend's, is really cool. I'm kind of more of a PAF humbucker kind of person.
Well, my comfort zone's definitely humbuckers, but I was thinking some kind of fusion of like a Strat and an Explorer, and I know that sounds weird, but because
it just sounds wrong.
Yeah, nobody else would make this abomination, so I'm gonna let Matt do it.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
It could be awesome.
Stop tailpiece though, or
that's the other part. Yeah, this is constant struggle.
You're gonna have to make a decision if you're gonna build one.
I know. I am leaning because most of my favorite guys don't really use trems, so I was kind of thinking of going stop tailpiece, but trem definitely adds some versatility.
Duesenberg. Those are pretty cool though. Those are pretty cool trem systems.
Yeah. The other thing was either doing the 3 mini humbuckers too, but then I feel like maybe a Bixby would look cooler in that. configuration. But on a Bixby on an Explorer.
A Bigsby or a Bixby?
What? It's both.
You like almonds? You like almonds?
Almonds. Like the Wampler pedal.
You like almonds? No, I like almonds.
Almonds.
I'm getting a Bigsby on mine. He's gonna get a Bixby.
I'm gonna
Bill
get
Bixby.
Bill Bixby.
Oh,
and that was we decided on the name this weekend too. I told him about Dick Palmer, so it's gonna be Dixie Palmer.
Ah.
So there we go.
Dixie Palmer.
Yeah, since it has to be female, we're going with Dixie Palmer.
It doesn't have to. Don't they have one called Telly Savalas?
Yeah, but they said like dudes don't want to play dudes is the new thing. So.
Oh. Makes a lot of sense. I don't have any guitars.
Yeah, I won't name the instrument that brought about the sudden change in name.
This
codes,
is a family show.
Yeah.
This is I'll stop him. It's a family show here. Yeah, that one will do. We went to Texas Toes on Sunday and it was fantastic.
Yeah, good day of frivolity.
Dozen beers later and some Mexican food over in Orlando on the beach.
Orlando, yeah, prime beach state property.
You know what we'll do is one of these days we'll go on location. We'll go do an F.A.Q on location. We'll go over to Texas Toast Guitars and we'll do one with those guys if that's cool. I'm sure Matt and Ian and Chris will be down for all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
But enough of that because we can probably go on and on for days and days. So let's get some question action. Terry Starks, what's the most expensive guitar you've ever played? And then Ike, that's me. Why does the Telly excite you so much? Most expensive guitar I've ever played was a $30,000 1946 D18. It was at Gruhn's Guitars in Nashville when I was down there for the NAMM show just month and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
So that was probably, they had some really expensive. I played like a $12,000 Telecaster, broadcaster, which was pretty awesome. 1963 Strat I played as well. Very cool. And they got a nice little room set up so you can kind of, get after it with some really, really nice amps. And it's like you don't want to, you're very ginger.
Yeah.
With grabbing the stuff off the wall because you kind of see the tag hanging there and you're like, that's a lot of freaking zeros.
Well, I was at that
for a guitar.
Yeah, I was up in Seattle at a shop and they seemed like they specialized in old school, especially Fenders and Gibsons. But they like the guy there. I was just asking about this particular guitar that was on the wall and they didn't have a label on it, so he just handed it to me and let me play it. And then I'm like, well, how much is this thing? And he ends up telling me it was like $250,000. I'm like, whoa, you can't just put that in my hands. Yeah.
I can't afford this ever.
And oddly enough, it was a Telly, so that's kind of funny. But
there you go.
Yeah, it was like a $250,000 Telly. I was like, I'm no way.
It's because everybody loves a Telly. Who doesn't love a Telly? Oh, that gets to our next question, I guess, or next part of the question. Why does the Telly excite you so much? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just one. So I played a Strat. I bought my first real Strat, American Standard, in 1990. I still have it. It's at home. And I played the shit out of that thing for a long time. Still not any good, but I played the hell out of that thing for a long time. And I liked it, and it's totally Stratty. It's got all the great Strat tones in it, so I'll never get rid of it. And if my house caught on fire, I would probably grab it. That's just got a lot of nostalgia for me. But I'd say about 10 years ago or so, a friend of mine had a Telecaster, and he brought it. We were jamming, and I started playing on it, and I don't know, it was just something about it. The way it sounded, the way it felt, the way it looked, everything about it just was cool to me, and that was it.
Yeah, so, that was funny because I think Baker and I were talking about that with like SGs and Tellys, and that was the thing. I almost think like I'm sure some people are just born liking Tellys, but I feel like Telly is like an acquired taste because I feel like I meet more guys that didn't initially like them. Well, because like the slowly more I'm exposed to them, the more I actually kind of like them, and I didn't like them at all. I mean, I'm not gonna go
coming
like
around.
The more I'm around them, yeah.
All right.
No, they're like the perfect. They're like the perfect middle spot between Strats and Les Pauls. They're like the perfect spot.
Well, what I also like too is, because if I could have a dozen Tellys with a dozen different configurations of pickups and
which is like in the works.
Yeah, well, which is kind of starting to happen. Slowly but surely as I start to build a little bit more. But, with humbuckers, with single coils, with the combinations of everything and all that, it's just, I don't know. I think it's just I like the body shape. I have no, I'm not a diehard Fender fan. I'm not a brand guy. I like guitars that feel good, and for some reason I like the shape of a Tele, and but like not just the classic ones. I mean, I love a Tele Deluxe. You know, I like a thin line. You know,
like Tap and Lost. Yeah, like he has a sweet collection of like the thin lines and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, you know, broadcasters, just straightforward Tele rock machines. I think, you know, who's got a really cool collection of Teles is John 5. And that dude's just a hell of a player, too.
Well, that's a guy that brought it in more into the metal, because, like, you see him and, like, the dude from Gojira and a few other Teles are starting to... Yeah, they're starting to surface in the metal world now. Which, not any reason you couldn't have. It's just I don't think it was a style that you traditionally would see there. But
they were in the punk rock world, too. A lot of Teles in the punk rock stuff, so...
Yeah, Joe Strummer.
Yeah. So, why does it excite me? I don't know. I just like it.
Hot Tele action.
Hot Tele action. Flipside after dark. All right, so moving on. How do you go about setting up a 4-string bass for B standard? So that's a good one. You kind of worked yourself through this one. So
yeah, well, Nick really did the work, but I laid the groundwork for Nick to do the actual work. The predicament we kept running into. What? No.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I'm trying to keep it 20 minutes.
Basically,
nobody wants to hear us talk about
the issue we had is that it's really hard to find a string gauge pack that's for 4-string basses that will accommodate B standard tuning. That was the hardest part. So we basically had to find a baritone set that was for...
A what?
Baritone, yeah, whatever. Baritone, damn it. I can't talk today. Words. Anyway, baritone set, 5-string, and we got rid of the last string. That got the gauge right, but then you still are having to pay for the 1 string you're not going to use.
You can make jewelry out of it. Or use it as a cravat if you needed to. If you were some kind of secret agent.
If you had to garrote somebody.
Yeah. Just in case.
But yeah,
use it as tripwire.
Yeah. So basically finding the strings was the hardest part. Once that's done, obviously filing out the neck slot or the nut slots for a little bit wider strings was really I think the most of the work on that one. But yeah, finding the right string pack was...
You had to file what?
Did I not say nut slot? What did I say? Whatever.
Sorry, what are they called again?
Nut grooves.
Sorry. Okay. So sophomoric. It's
prime
example of never growing up.
Can't say anything around here.
Nobody ever lets me talk. All right, last question. Difference between Coil Split and Coil Tap. Is it worth it? So... the difference between coil tapping and coil splitting is coil splitting is like with humbuckers. If you have humbuckers and you split it, you're left with one single coil. That's
splitting. Yeah, you're literally dividing the pickup in half because it's 2 single coils put together. You're splitting them. It's just a 1.
Right. It goes to 1. Predominantly, that's where it's going to happen.
Right. And I feel like that's the less convincing of the two.
Right. But coil tapping basically is that you're tapping into a pickup. You're tapping into a point of the wind. So let's say it's got 10,000 winds, let's just say. You're tapping into that. Now, the benefit for a coil tap is when you split a humbucker, you know, you're trying to get a single coil flavor. You're trying to emulate a single coil flavor.
Yeah.
I always, and I think a lot of people feel that you never quite nail the tone. It can get close, but it always seems a little bit...
Well, it just feels weak. It just doesn't. It feels thin, and especially like the neck, because there you would assume you'd still get that thick kind of round
sweet
low end
neck, single coil.
Yeah, and it's like it takes all that out of it for some reason on the splitting. Like, yeah, because I feel like coil tapping is a much more convincing version, and something I didn't know until we started getting into this was that you can actually go ahead and tap single coils as well.
Yes.
So if you want to get like an underwound. Or bring your output down a little bit.
Yeah, say if you had a hot wound single coil and you tap that, you can kind of have that vintage flavor to it. So, yeah. I mean...
And I have like a old Barrington that has some like vintage Seymours in it. And they are tapped, but the way they were tapped was right in the middle, so it does bring it down to an exact single coil. But it's way more convincing to my ear. It's
like, honestly, and you're going to get the canceling effect.
Right.
So if you just cut out that second you cut off half the thing, here comes the hum again.
Right.
You know, here comes the hum again, sounding like shit in the open stage. So, is it worth it? I think it's worth it to Coil Tap instead of Coil Split. Yeah. So, if anybody has any extra questions on coil tapping and splitting, feel free to email us.
I feel like it's way more worth it too in the neck spot. I feel like it's a more usable option there.
Well, you know my opinion. I prefer a humbucker in the bridge anyway.
I thought you were just gonna say just a whole different guitar for.
Yeah, it'll be a telly.
Yeah,
just I don't know, like different. But then again, quarter pounders from Duncan are pretty good. They're a little fat.
Yeah,
for singing.
Yeah, and I know like guys like TV Jones, if you get like a custom set from him, like he can tap those wherever you want, like while he's making it. So that's always a cool option if you can find somebody that does custom stuff.
So that's it, Chris Bartsky.
Yeah,
Bartsky.
Bartsky.
Bartsky. We know Chris, so he'll come in here and be like, "How many times?"
I know. Yeah, and we just asked him about it too.
So that's it, everybody. That is episode 4 of What the F.A.Q. Next week, feel free to ask us anything and ask us any questions, music, gear, life in general, cooking, things, stuff, shit stuff and things, whatever you want.
Some such.
Put your questions in the comment section below, and that's it.
All right.
That's it. All right. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. A problem is that you're into yourself, that you flirt with girls, that you're not plugged into your marriage. You're in the green room hitting on my staff. What the hell are you thinking?